Nestled in the scenic Fox River Valley and just an hour west of Chicago, St. Charles, Illinois is a thriving, prosperous community. The official city slogan is Pride of the Fox, and it shows. This picturesque city on the river is truly a destination district for employment, arts and entertainment, recreation, unique shopping, and excellent schools. St. Charles Community Unit School District 303 serves about 13,500 students in St. Charles and portions of West Chicago, South Elgin, Wayne, Campton Hills, Wasco, Elburn, and unincorporated Kane County. The district's 12 elementary schools, 3 middle schools, and 2 high schools consistently win awards for excellence. For example, 11 District 303 schools recently won the Illinois State Board of Education's Academic Excellence Award. 2 schools have been named Blue Ribbon Schools for Academic Excellence. Beginning in November of 2007, the community came together through Summit 303 to identify and discuss a number of challenges facing our schools.
We have classrooms that were built for another time in our district's history, and now we've got diverse learners who need more space, need more room, and so to provide for that, a rebuilding of the center just makes sense.
Trailers as classrooms, crowded classrooms and hallways, failure to meet ADA standards. These are a number of building issues in our district, especially at the middle schools.
In middle school, they're changing every day, and you don't want to have barriers like a building keeping you from reaching your goals.
But barriers to learning do exist. At Haynes Middle School, hallways are crowded and portions of the building cannot be accessed by individuals with limitations due to disability. Trailers were added in 2003 to accommodate the growing student population. Students must walk exposed to the weather throughout the day, from the school building to the trailers.
I do think that working the mobiles is an added challenge. You're further away from everything. The kids, to get from this mobile classroom to the Explore hallway to go to art class, it's a far distance. It takes them several minutes. They can't stop at their lockers regularly, which is, one of the things they need to get used to as they go to high school.
The school also faces space limitations for PE and special education.
One whole entire class would be in the weight room, 2 would be in the wrestling room trying to play a team sport game. And again, that's about 60 kids in a space that probably should be holding 30 to 35 students.
All Haynes students must be bused or driven to school, and the volume of traffic forces 2 entire streets to close during the student drop-off and pickup time. Parking is an issue at both Haynes and Thompson.
It's very, very crowded. Parking is at a premium at these schools. To drive in and out of these schools as a parent to pick up your child, if you need to pick up your child, it's crazy at that time. It's very, very crowded. It's tough to get in and out.
Thompson Middle School is one of the oldest schools in the district. Built in 1925, many areas of the building are not ADA accessible. Some classrooms are located in the basement and can only be accessed by stairways.
The 6th graders, as you know, are primarily in the basement. That's not a good learning environment. They do have problems with flooding in this building.
The lunchroom can accommodate only 176 students at a time. With a student population of just shy of 1,000, lunch periods extend well into the afternoon. Redling Middle School was built in 1995. Due to changes in standards for school building security and technology in just the last decade, Summit 303 concluded in its final recommendations that upgrades are needed in both areas.
Kids aren't learning the same way as they used to. Their brain is connected in a way where they need to have fast-paced motion, they need to have the technology. It's flashy, it helps them remember, it helps them understand. And for us to do our job in a way that meets their learning style today looks a lot different than it did 10 years ago.
Davis Elementary was built in 1955 and is among the oldest of the 12 elementary schools in the district.
We just plain old don't have enough space. Kids are in the vestibule working, kids are in little hallways working, and it's a problem.
16 classrooms are located off the library, and the only path to other parts of the building from those classrooms is directly through the library.
A recent count estimated that about 3,000 people go through the Learning Center daily.
The classrooms off the library have doors to the outside, which creates a security issue for students and staff. The building itself is on 3 levels and fails to meet ADA standards.
If we had students that are on crutches or in wheelchairs, it would make it, really difficult for them to manage in our building.
The cafeteria at Davis doubles as a classroom, while physical education space is limited, and the stage, closed to the gym by a curtain, is used as a special ed classroom.
Summit was a great thing for our community. We needed to come together as far as the community, the parents, the teachers, the administrators, and the board. And so it was a great way for the community to get involved in some of the decisions and feel like they knew exactly what was going on.
1,000 members of the community worked together for more than a year to study the challenges facing District 303. Summit 303 provided recommendations to the Board of Education for what the community expects from its schools in the future. Summit 303 presented 5 general agreements to the Board of Education, identifying the community's desires for the future of its schools. First, improve the overall quality of education. Respond to enrollment trends. Improve school facilities. Boost student performance. And continue to improve student services and related support programs.
I was very excited that the school district actually involved the community, got our input, listened to our input, and subsequently now we are doing something about it.
Summit 303 recommended a comprehensive facilities plan and identified needs for upgrades at all 17 school buildings. The group originally recommended placing a $294 million bond issue referendum on the April ballot. However, given the present economy, the Board of Education was hesitant to request any money that might result in a tax rate increase. Instead, the board unanimously approved to place before voters a $114 million zero tax rate increase bond issue. The bond issue will be used for buildings that need it the most, based on safety and security issues, ADA compliance, technology needs, and a desire to eliminate trailers as classrooms. Those 4 areas were established as top priorities by Summit 303.
They used a very objective process to determine this is our starting point. And when you're talking about the middle schools, truly all of our students will go through those middle schools, so there's that added benefit that everyone will get from that first initial starting point.
By using the retiring bonds used to finance the construction of St. Charles North High School and Redling Middle School, $114 million in bonds can be issued without raising the tax rate. The bond issue will enable the district to build a new Haynes Middle School on district-owned property, a location closer to the students who attend Haynes, replace Thompson Middle School at its current location, make necessary technology and security upgrades at Redling, and build a new Davis Elementary on the current site.
We're not fixing something by putting a Band-Aid on it. We're getting something that we can be proud of, and it's going to help our community later on, not just for a few years, but long into years to come.
Although the board has identified genuine needs at the district's other 13 schools, the April 7th bond issue will take an important first step forward without an increase to the current tax rate. This bond issue focuses on meeting the needs identified by Summit 303, while also honoring Summit's emphasis on offering the tools and technology for 21st century learners.
We need to update our schools. It would benefit everyone.
I just think it's a win-win for our community.